Learning guitar can feel hard and complicated. Honestly, it can be a big mess and overwhelming. But luckily, there is a solution. Because the reason learning guitar feels complicated is because we make it complicated. So, in order to become the best guitarist possible, we need to simplify. Right now, let's say you are at point A, but from this point, it's not super clear exactly what you should do. There are so many different options. Therefore, you have to ask yourself, why are you learning guitar? What do you want? You don't need a super deep and philosophical answer, but your why is crucial, because this will help you find your point B. It's really hard to go somewhere if you don't know where you're going. But still, that's how many people approach guitar. But if you know exactly where you're going, you get so much more clarity. So find your point B. But what should your point B look like? Here are some examples. Maybe you just want to play your favorite songs on guitar. Then that's your point B. And what's the best way to get to that point? Probably just learn and play a lot of songs. Or maybe you want to become a great jazz musician and improviser. Then you need to find the best way to get to that point. Or maybe you have a more vague goal, something like become the best guitarist possible. That's a totally valid goal. Let's keep working with this goal as an example. When you know where you're going, you just need to find the best way to get there. We need to fill in everything between point A, where you are now, and point B, where you want to go. We need to create a roadmap. And my absolute favorite way to create a roadmap is to simply break down the goal. We can divide guitar into a few different main skills. This will be slightly different depending on your goal, but I like to divide guitar into chords, technique, scales, arpeggios, learning songs, improvisation, oral skills, and musicality. This is, by the way, sparkling water with taste of Christmas. Then again, we want to break down these main skills into smaller sub-skills. But on guitar, that can be surprisingly hard because there are so many different small skills you need to learn. But it's hard to figure out all of these skills by yourself when you don't know about them. Therefore, I want to give you a roadmap you can follow and adjust to your own needs. The roadmap is divided into 8 different levels. Level 1 is complete beginner and level 8 is pro player. So these are the skills I recommend to learn in order. Let's start with level 1. First, you want to look at the basics of guitar, like string names, how to tune, play single notes, how to hold the guitar. Then how to read tabs and chord diagrams, how to hold your pick, basic minor and major open chords, basic strumming, and simple one-note riffs. In the beginning, the most important thing is to just play guitar and get in the reps. So level 2, the first position of the pentatonic scale. 12-bar blues, more colorful open chords like sus2 and sus4, more strumming patterns, and play songs that matches your skill level. Because in the beginning, it's all about volume. Level 3 of the beginner phase, there you want to learn and understand the notes of the fretboard, all 5 positions of the pentatonic scale, the pentatonic scale in all keys, introduction to bar chords, play songs that matches your skill level. Because again, volume is really important in the beginning. By the way, if you want this roadmap for yourself, you can get it for free. I'll leave the link in the description. Alright, let's look at level 4. And a lot of people get stuck at level 4 because now it's not enough to just play guitar, but you also have to start to understand the guitar. First, you need to understand and play the shapes of the major scale. And the understanding part is really important, because that will make it possible to understand the theory behind chords. Then you want to look at minor and major bar chords, 7th chords, technique fundamentals, finger picking and rhythm playing, improvisation and soloing fundamentals. In level 5, you want to play minor and major bar chords across the whole neck. The 7 modes of the major scale, economy picking, legato, and 7th arpeggios across the whole neck. Level 6, you want to practice 7 chords across the whole neck, extended chords like 6, 9, add 9, and so on, the altered scale, 2-note per string arpeggios, and creative use of slides and bends. Then we have the advanced phase, level 7. We want to learn more fancy chords, the theory behind beautiful chord progressions with non-diatonic harmony, extended arpeggios, more advanced applications of the pentatonic scale, double stops, and also soloing and improvisation over chords. Lastly, we have level 8, which is fourth chords, drop 2 voicings, more extended chords like 11, 13s, more advanced use of arpeggios, the melodic minor scale and other fancy scales, and hybrid picking. And from here, it's possible to add in more advanced skills, depending on your goals. I'm actually making detailed courses on all topics inside this roadmap, so if you want a simple roadmap you can just follow and get better on guitar, you can get that on my website playwithaplan.com. I'll leave the link in the description if you're interested. If you briefly follow this roadmap, you are in a very good place. Some things are okay to learn at a different point in your guitar journey if you want to, but there are some things you have to learn in order. If not, you are going to be very confused. For example, the major scale, you have to understand the theory behind the major scale in order to understand how chords work. It's impossible to understand chords without the major scale. So now you have your point B, you know where you are going. And you also have your roadmap, which is how you are going to get there. Now it's time to follow your roadmap. Study all the different skills. Remember that getting from point A to point B is a journey, and you have to take one step at a time. So be patient. Also keep in mind that 90% of your time should be spent on actually playing the guitar and not watching videos. Because, surprise, you get better at guitar by playing guitar. And always keep your goal in mind. When you learn something new, figure out how that ties to your end goal. For example, if you want to learn the shapes of the major scale, that's nice, but you want to be able to also use the major scale in actual music. Because in the end, the purpose of the roadmap is to get to our point B. Become the best guitarist possible.